Hey guys, thank you for checking out my video today. Today we're going to discuss building relationships through social media and how severe of a problem it is. Social media is an excellent tool for meeting, reconnecting, and dating. What comes after it can become quite a problem. This problem is so severe enough that it actually needs to be focused further on a person's use of social media as an extension of themselves, the ability to separate their online persona versus the real life. Viewing their significant other's profile in that same frame of mind, distrust leading to obsession. The current precautions or mitigations that are in place, it's very little, honestly. There's not really anything out there. There are certain applications and sources available for those that use social media in an unhealthy manner. However, not enough people truly take advantage of the resources available. Limiting one use of the social media or e-stalking is basically up to the user themselves to self-manage.
I bet you're wondering why I'm in an abandoned mall. I figured it was kind of fitting to come walk around a local mall that is going extinct because it kind of goes along with the theme of face-to-face interactions versus digital interactions and building relationships via social media, via networking versus building relationships in person. It's kind of interesting. It's sort of sad, really. Is everything moving digitally? Personalities, relationships, friendships, circle of friends. Is anything done face to face anymore?
People are losing touch with the human aspect of a relationship. If a human becomes obsessive over their social media status or the status of others, becomes concerned with their exes, their friends, and even their significant others' likes, posts, and shares, all of that, including the pandemic, has created a toxic online relationship scene. Rather than taking a step back and building a relationship through old-fashioned means of trust and building relationships and getting to know each other. Every solution that I research or come up with is always mentions to just taking a break from social media, uninstalling applications from your phones and tablets, and just taking a break. This also includes self-monitoring. Self-monitoring yourself is likely the solution that makes the most sense, but it is also quite difficult. Getting people to take a breather from social media to reduce their online time is the leading candidate for a healthier lifestyle and balance between online and real-life personas. Uninstalling or forcing someone to take a break from social media are also solutions too, but that would likely leave a person wondering what they're missing out on and possibly leave them
There's one
obsessing even
store
more.
open in here.
But taking a break over time, a decent sized break, and then coming back and checking things out, even if you just start with one day, I think you'll realize that you're not really missing out on anything, because that's the biggest obsession and the biggest reason why people feel like they
Eagle
need to stay
frame
connected
karate.
to social
That's
media,
awesome.
is because they feel like they're missing out. But when you take a break and you realize that you haven't missed anything, you realize it's just a part of the scheme. Outside of just self-monitoring yourself and stepping away from social media, there are some support systems that are being implemented, or at least attempting to be implemented. Some states are starting to notice issues with the population and addiction to social media. For instance, in Missouri, a senator has proposed a law to limit the reach of social media platforms by targeting their audience with addictive methods. Social media addiction reduction technology, or SMART as they call it, targets a variety of social media features which compel people to stay on social media for hours. In the words of the bill itself, the law would prohibit social media companies from using practices that exploit human psychology or brain physiology to substantially impede freedom of choice. Some regulatory changes have come into effect recently, as sharing false information and the term fake news even, since it's been running rampant. Social media platforms such as Facebook and Twitter have been at the forefront for sharing informative news bits about news sources being misleading and or banning certain posts and news outlets for spreading lies. The same could be put into effect over the obsession or addiction to social media. Regulations could be put in place to regulate a person's time spent on their platforms. That would be difficult to monitor, but it might be a good proactive idea for a company to implement regulations now to help those that are spending too much time on social media. In closing, I believe that a person getting back to the basics and growing relationships in a healthy manner are a step in the right direction. However, if a person has issues with obsessive compulsive disorders or simply removing software from their devices, this might just not be a true solution for some people. Some issues would still remain, as new products or tools could present themselves for users to continue to lead unhealthy lifestyles of obsession. Nothing is really new about these solutions. Stepping away, taking time off, uninstalling apps. However, that might just be the point. In a way, its purpose is to pull back a bit on the issues of having all information and all connections at the tip of your fingers. By pulling back the curtain a bit and allowing the users to get back to the basics, it can encourage letting go a bit and relaxing while focusing on their lives and those around them. That's what truly matters.